Hey everybody, and welcome to the part 2 of the new Bugbear game, Next Car Game. It's very hard to explain that to people in public. You have to throw up a little air quotes. We're like, which car game? Which one? Oh, that car game. So here is the second alpha release that they have, a second, major alpha release, and I can say a few things about it. First and foremost, it's not simply a new coat of paint. Although they do have new paint jobs, which is really cool. Swap them out over here. Ooh, it's a blues. Your stripy dangers. So I'm really excited to see these because it's a really nice looking engine, and I would like to see a couple new approaches with these colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick it out with let's do stripy danger. And along the bottom you'll also see, if I may jump down there, a new car as well, Class 2. Which looks pretty slick if I do say so. I mean, this is a beautiful engine, and it's really cool to see pretty much anything being tossed into it. I'm looking forward to as many car models as they can throw. Both, in the garage to work here as well as in the Destruction Derby. And just like the others, you have a change parts button, which was not activated in the original alpha. And when you go in here, you have things like the engine size, which can now be changed from 300 to 500. I think I will do 500. I don't see a reason to go any smaller. Gearbox settings. I'm not a car guy, so I'm going to have to say that the 4 is probably one better than the 3, and leave it at that. Suspension, rally or racing. I'll probably do a little racing later on, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one in. Oh, nice little animation. Am I jacking the car up or down? I wonder if we can have it bounce and do a little lowrider stuff too. I'm going to say racing for now, that's cool. Brakes. I have them. That's enough, I guess. But this will probably cost something in the real game. I'll have to unlock it and get some achievements, so I'll just take whatever cool upgrades they do have. And tires. Racing, tarmac. Let's go for tarmac. I'm not going to do any dirt racing, not yet. And that looks good. Oh, paint jobs for this one. I think I'm going to go for the Blues Brothers mobile. I think this is the way to go. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with cop brakes and cop shocks and all the other stuff. It's just a simple paint job. That's enough for me. And as we saw in the last one too, then we have the little dynamite car here. It has the same engine parts that can be upgraded. They share all the same approaches. And some new paint jobs. So you got your stripy red, black fire, the blue mobile. I can't think of a funny name for that one, and the original flavor. So that's really cool to see, because paint jobs pretty much sell me on a car more than actual ability, because I don't have any. Unfortunately, the change paint and the upgrade options are the only thing that you're going to see that are different. The repair car, all of these are not usable. You can't use them yet. Repair, research, info, test, sell, and set at favorite. We can expect those in an upcoming build, but at the moment, we're just limited to this option. But, better than we had before, which was absolutely nothing. So, with that said, let's go ahead and let's go pick a race. In the last version, I think the hands down best, game mode was the Destruction Derby, mostly because the mechanics of the game haven't been tuned at that point, and in order to have a really good time, you just kind of had to smash into things, which you kind of ended up doing with every game mode, which eventually became a derby. But let's jump in. Oh, look at this! Loading screens! That wasn't in the previous one, so huge upgrade already. it's a bit silent. The only place you actually have any kind of big audio is in game with the crashing, and when you're in the garage. There's no real music to speak of so far, which is fine because I think they're kind of still addressing the tone of the game. So like before, this kind of spins around endlessly. Here we go. I think it's just pure suicide to jump in the middle there. You want to stick around and try to get as many takedowns as you can. There's no real gamification to this part of the game. It's just simply driving around and surviving and having fun. Also, it's perfect that having this big, heavy car. It's idealized. Oof, to take out those little buggers. Anyone who's playing this probably is saying to themselves, I'm playing it wrong. Like any good Destruction Derby game, the best way to play it is to go backwards. If you go forward like I just did with those previous ones, which I kind of forgot until a moment ago, you don't want to go front of your car into another vehicle. It damages your engine and you'll get taken out sooner. You want to go hit him with your trunk. There we go. Better. Let's see if I can nail this guy. It's always weird because the controls are backwards as you're driving backwards. Woohoo! Saved by tires. Yeah, there's been actually some pretty good driving improvements. I feel that it's less floaty. I feel far more control over everything here. Oop. Oh! Oof. I did really bad. It's like my third or fourth time playing this and I'm down in the second or third place in those other matches. But yeah, let's try that again. See if I can do a little better. I'm gonna make sure to go ass first into this one. So I'm gonna just turn myself around here, swap out my camera. Playing with a 360 controller. I think most people who are kind of playing with this are kind of doing the same. Whee! I just kind of wanted to run up that. Wasn't a technical reason, no points. Yeah, this always kind of had a really nice throwbacks to Destruction Derby for me. I was a big fan of the game on the PS1, although I can't say it really holds up very well these days. Some of the point systems are kind of weird. It's always kind of based on, how many times did I flip that person around. When I have come to find out over the years that Destruction Derby is much like ice skating, where you have to have a series of judges that will come in and rate your performance, and then those ratings will then go into points, and those points will then determine a true victor. I think that may be the only time that you can actually make a comparison between ice skating and any kind of Destruction Derby. Oh, I did it to myself. I'm gonna try a heads-on approach. I have more control. I don't have to do backwards stuff. Damn. Also, the AI maybe got just a hair smarter this time, too. Used to be able to take them out left and right. Yeah, there's no real point system, so it's just a matter of just surviving and having fun. And you do, so it's all good. Let's get in here. Oh, this guy's so mine. Now, I'm not really sure what qualifies a takedown. Is it... I think it's just that their car just stops functioning. So you could pretty much wait until the end of the match and just finish off a few of the smaller guys who are not doing so hot. Like these guys. Oh, although I can't say that anymore. I'm not doing so hot. Oh, I'm awful at driving backwards. There we go. Got a takedown, yay. Wonder if I can squeeze in one more hit before I die. A front hit, just take out this little bastard here. Critical damage. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, come here. See, a lot of people don't want to take that small car, but it has a lot more maneuverability than I do, clearly. I mean, I've been chasing this thing up and down. Oh, might have just done the job for me. Is he dead? Hey, there we go. That's a little better. So yeah, overall that mode hasn't really changed significantly. The controls have improved, and you have a lot more variety of the cars due to the paint jobs. But you know, it's the same ball of wax as before. It's still pretty strong. Still doesn't really have any kind of game behind it, but it's a good experience. One of the better ones you can get in the pre-alpha mode. Let's now check out one of the racing modes. Let's swap out cars. For this particular race, I'm going to go to Stripey Danger. And as such, I want to make sure I have a big engine. I also want to make sure that I have tires. Do it tarmac tires. Well, the car is going to have tires either way, but we can drill in a bit further. And let's do Derby to tarmac. Yeah, so in the last one, the controls were kind of whack, and as such, it led to it being kind of impossible as a driving game. I don't think I actually finished a single race because I would spend more time flying off the track going at a pretty moderate pace, or someone would just tap my bumper and I would just go flying off the road. And that's kind of the experience I saw with everyone else. I did see Drew Scanlon from Giant Bomb try his best to actually play the racing mode, but he was simply flying off. Same experience that I had. This time around, it's not perfect. I don't want anyone to get that impression, but it's greatly improved. To the point where, I made that first turn, and I'm in second place. It's still a little tough. You have to kind of fight it for some of these bigger turns, which might be some of them still resolving the controls, or part of it may be still finessing the early alpha, or the weight, Let's say, oh, look, a little tap like that can send me pretty far off. And I have a hat out of it, so everyone's a winner. Aww. Yeah, the tire physics are still pretty slick. Yeah, you can do some heavy drifting with this one. I would not mind going through this with one of the smaller vehicles, just because I'm sure it can tackle some of this stuff a little bit better. Yeah, but overall, this has been greatly improved. I wish there was a number saying like how many were destroyed. Oh, that still looks good. Let's see if I can just. There we go. Wait for it. There's also this mode too. I like the reset car button. Some may consider that cheating. Nah. I think if there's a reset damage button, then we're getting into the realms of some cheating territory. Oh yeah, before, I think getting stuck in the grass was a pretty big penalty as well. Although it's slightly more difficult, it's no longer completely impossible to drive on it. Yeah, so this is actually I wouldn't say it's a joyous experience, but you can actually have a good time with it. It's a workable race now. Man, these little cars, I really got to start investing into those. Oh. I'm curious if they're going to be adding an online component. I think that's what every racing game is doing these days. And has been for a while, get your drivatars out there. But I don't know. I don't know if this one actually would require that component. I don't know if that would be, something they would need in order to really push it to open the doors. Destruction Derby online would be awesome. I would really like that. Lap 3 of 3. Yeah, so this is great experience. I was always kind of confused at the onset of that early alpha. Is my damage going to affect driving? Is driving going to be bad because I lost a wheel or that part of the car is damaged? Thankfully, I think that would make a far worse game, and that doesn't really take place anywhere in here. your car pretty much handles the same, no matter how much damage you have on it. They want you to finish the race. They want you to compete. You know, it's not a simulator. Oh no! That's a new tactic. I'm just gonna block the road and have them reset me. That's a better way to do it. And there we go. Of course, it's no audio yet, so got the death quietness there. And it's kind of fun to look back at the all the damage that was done to the map. The column is gone there, some tire streaks. And I've said it before, I mean, this engine is gorgeous, and I have a low-end video card too, so this is pretty impressive. So let's take one final look. This is my favorite new mode that they've added, and for it, I think I'm gonna jump over to this vehicle. I'm gonna stick with the tarmac tires, but let's change out the paint job from our Blues Brothers to double stripey. Where is my... Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna need the flames on this one. And let's go race. Okay, so the final mode I wanted to touch on ever so briefly is the Figure 8, which was a classic event from Destruction Derby. And I think this mode is probably my favorite one in the entire game, so let's jump in. And as you can see, it makes it's pretty simple. There's a Figure 8, and you go around it and you bash into other cars. It's Destruction Derby meets racing, and it's a lot of fun. The stage itself kind of seems to be the Destruction Derby with just a Figure 8 set inside it. Nothing substantially different, but pretty slick. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I thought the Figure 8 is a perfect combination. It's just the right amount of destruction, right amount of racing. It's a quick match too. Like in 5 minutes, this thing will be over. Oof. In 5 minutes, a lot of these cars would be completely totaled too. Especially when you make this first turn and you get the crossover. And that crossover there has saved me or ended me so many times. And the last time I played, I was able just to get into first by the skin of my teeth. Oh! Stuff like that happens. And I think that's, that's the best part. The entire map is just for those 3 seconds while you're in the air, kind of... Oh! Oh no, there goes first. Everyone gets hit by that, so that's fine. Here we go again. Yeah, there's a lot of surprise to be found in this map. I like it. I'm surprised they haven't gotten any crazier with their engine. There we go, 4th. Yeah, those go by quick. It's not really much to it at all. Let me go ahead and do another one of those before I call it. See if I can do a little bit better. I like how that AI has become very aggressive, I feel. They decided to try to run into as many cars as possible rather than try to get further up. There we go, wait for it. I was overcompensating for absolutely nothing. Alright, it's gonna get messy. Okay, that was a clean run. I wonder if there's a maximum number of cars I can get in here. Like 64 cars going. Gotta be cautious. Okay, yeah, this one's been pretty clean. I've had others where I've actually come to a complete stop as there are other cars just flying over. Just can't wait for it. Okay, we're good. Pretty uneventful. You, sir, are going down. That's a legitimate way to play it too. Just be extremely aggressive like that. It's all understood in the world of figure 8, mate. I don't know where that came from, I do apologize. Okay, I think this last one. There we go. I can live with a second. So yeah, a lot of pretty big upgrades over everything. Some new paint jobs, new car, new race mode, improved tightening controls. It's a pretty good experience. So if you registered early, then by all means go ahead and check out this new edition. And if you were ever a fan of any of the Destruction Derby games, then by all means give it a shot. The only thing I'm looking forward to is I hope they change the name into something, even if they are going to eventually turn it into a new flat-out game or whatever. Because it's always very confusing in conversation. Like, have you played any good racing games? Yeah, I've been testing out that car game. Which one? I gotta get out the little air quotes for, you know, that car game. Anyways, thanks a lot. Check out massivebacklog.com, and I'll catch you guys later. Take care.